see what's happening, right? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So at the end of the day, the standard trade of UVXY short continues to be the best trade. I want to just not going to stop talking about the 208.62 spot on Goldman Sachs, proving that algorithms are real. This is all bullshit. The whole market's built on a computer system around VWAP and highs and lows of candlesticks. Once again, how many days can we prove this to ourselves, to everybody? Strap in. Also, so the Netflix, here we go. You got to spike down. These are very specific levels. 265 to the penny. Okay. Just spiked up 304.60. VWAP 8, 283 and change. So again, you got to spike down. Yeah, you didn't at the bottom. You got a double bottom. You might have want to try to get involved, maybe at 270, 275. But at the end of the day, right now, who's the winner? The seller of the premiums. The 270, 285 guy, the guy that had the nuts. Right now, if you sold the 285 and the 285 put and the 285 call, the stock is sitting here at 287 right now. Chances are you just saw the range that this thing's going to be in now for the next week or two. So selling the strangle works. You know, the 285 one, that's a little bit more risky, even though you're taking in more premium. But basically, every other trade will be a loss. If you bought a put spread, you're a loser. A call spread, you're a loser. Buying options in any way, shape, or form is a losing trade before the earnings reports come out. Who's going to win? What did I say? My favorite, if I had to choose one to take, 265, 310, short strangle. You pick the range where you think the stock's going to stay in between. I chose slightly under the that multi-year VWAP, so 265 and 307.50. Think about it. This thing stays between 307.65 and 265 for the next 2 days. You collect your 14 points where everybody else is a loser. I know tomorrow will be nerve-wracking if you actually had this position on. Oh my God, it's going to go up. Oh my God, it's going down. Oh my God, it's going up. But that's, again, if you chose to do that trade. But I don't care about Netflix. I care about Goldman Sachs going to 208.62, people. 208.62 proves the market is built on a computer system. There's no other justification for any other trade. You cannot think any other way about the market. And why is VWAP so important? Because VWAP is the market. VWAP's doing the math for us. VWAP's giving us the real entries and exits and where the stocks want to live. We know it's built on a program. Oh yeah. 207.89. I got out. 85. So Mike, you sticking around? Guys, we're changing the password in here on Friday. So if you're wondering why you can't get in on Monday, now you know. Hopefully you guys are sticking around. Again, I was planning on walking away. I don't think I could ever stop watching the market and talking about this stuff. I truly am an addict, but it serves you guys better. And look at this. Look where you pulled back on that Netflix, right? Never broke back under the VWAP. That 285, so significant. So now what you got to do is you got to keep in mind where the pullbacks were. Now you pulled back to the VWAP, but you failed to break a new high. That's significant for now. And at the end of the day, UVXY goes down no matter what the market's doing. I mean, it's amazing. UVXY, we're $1.90 away from this thing going to 17, 15, 12, then 0, and then they're going to finally. It's been a while since the split, and once they split it, make sure you remember short UVXY. It always goes down. It should be part of what you do. I know it's not a great trade. It's not a reversal, but man, I've never seen a trade that's guaranteed other than this. right? Goes down every day. 90% of the time. Something happens 90% of the time. You should take that. It should be a default that you put the straight on. Uh-oh. The shorts might be in trouble here. 304.60. This bust out. And by the way, I was, again, if I had to choose a side, I was choosing, not that I'm patting myself on the back here or whatever, but if I had to choose a side on Netflix, you had your sell-off. We're in a bull market that never ends. You got one of the most popular stocks on the planet. If you had to choose a side, you had to choose bullish. I mean, even if I'm wrong and this thing plummets 30 points on the conference call, if you had to choose a side. Now, assuming this thing goes to 302, 305, right? Your naked strangle still is paying off as long as it stays under 307.50. And if you had the 180, if you had the 285, 305 call spread, you're making money. So basically every position I set up actually is working, which is crazy. Now, when this thing was at 265, what was I thinking? Oh my God, thank God. Shit, man, that would have been terrible. And that's why. That's knee-jerk reaction, man. You can't react to that stuff. Either it's going to go without you, because there's no way you can react to that stuff. I mean, talk about the opening candles. How about the first candle after an earnings report? Generally, that's what you're going to get. I mean, look at the range, 265 to 305. Boom, boom. Amazing. And this thing's not done. I mean, you're 20 cents away from breaking highs. IBM down 5 points. Buy it. Wait till tomorrow. See if they down 3. If it's down 3.5%, generally you're going to get it. They'll smash it down to get it to 5%. New highs on Netflix. Uh-oh. Those 307.50s are going to come into play. Now, once it goes over 307.50, see, now you're in jeopardy of, if this thing keeps going, now all that premium you took in it's not going to matter. This thing starts going higher and higher and higher. Remember, naked strangle, you're short at 307.50. So any points above 307.50, you start losing money on that naked call. Obviously offset by some of the premium you took on from the 365 or whatever. But this is why. It's all risk, hardly any reward. Now your 285 guy might be in jeopardy, even if he took in 30 points of premium. This thing goes to 312, 315. You start losing money. But bring it all home. Let's take a moment. What's the trade? Spiked down, got back to the VWAP, broke back over the VWAP, went green. Basically, you had a multi-day, 1 minute reversal. So if you had some courage, that 286, there's your buy. And if you were nuts enough to buy to 296, there's your, kind of like a 1 minute range. But more importantly, look where it pulled back, didn't break down. You had to still feel bullish. And this is why, again, as much as I'm bearish on society, I'm not really bearish the stock market because we already sold off. It happened so fast that some of you guys might not remember. We did go down last week. Sorry, was it 2 weeks ago already? Remember? 271 on the diamonds brought us back to 258.55. And that's where the trade was over for me. Other than the 100 shares of UVXY that I'm going to hold this 100 shares till it goes to zero just to prove a point. Look at that candle, how it touched VWAP. See that fake print out of the market? Yeah, that's going to somehow come back into play. So who's sticking with me? Solid Jello. What's gamma reverse? Gonna reverse, you meant to say? You know what it is? It's got to touch that 5%. Did it go down 5% at least yet? Usually if it's down 3.5%, 4%, you'll get to that 5%. And that's where you usually start finding a bounce. U.S. Steel closed under 10.5. Wow, what a joke that stock is. Look at Goldman Sachs. Just a bunch of volume going through right now. 207.10. What was that all about? Yeah, pretty much. No, Gary Sanchez is done. Gary Sanchez is like either he's hitting home runs or he's an absolute clueless moron. I mean, I've never seen a guy that could look that bad. How's this guy? He's absolutely him and Encarnacion, clueless. Gary, clueless. I mean, I know they're going up against some of the best pitching in the world, but man, just the look on their face, they're already defeated when they get up there. By the way, if this, let's assume 307.50, right? I don't know. Obviously we're just talking shit right now. But I nailed this freaking I nailed this Netflix trade, right? Call spread and the short strangle right now are completely profitable at the best. 307.50 is the optimum price. Here we are, 307.50. Pretty awesome. Look where it got to. This is this spot right there. So really the area was around 306.85. So next strike above that, 307.50s. That's why I was talking about 307.50s. I'll tell you right now, IBM, bring this down under 137.50. So then we got another strike price, right? I'm sure they have 137.50s, right? Let's take a look. No, they don't. So this is going to go to 137. If there was a 137.50, you had a better shot of holding in there. They have 137s, 136s, 135s. So let's see if it holds 137.50. That's still a significant algorithmic price. Breaks 137.50, you got to get at least 137, maybe even 135 out of this thing. New highs on Netflix. Uh-oh. Now if you're short those straddles, now you're nervous. But being bullish Netflix for me was a no-brainer. It already sold off. We're in a bull market. Where's it going? Oh, China. Oh, Disney. No, Roku. No, Amazon. No, Hulu. Netflix is like the Jordache jeans, right? They're the designer jeans of streaming media. Everybody goes to Netflix first. I don't know why anymore. I mean, if you've had Netflix for over a year or so, there's nothing left. I heard that Breaking Bad movie kind of sucked too, right? Is that what you said? What's on that site? I mean, my wife continues to find new content on there. She watches every crime drama, every show about cops. So she's good forever. I mean, I'm sick of that. I don't. She'll watch any show, bank robbery, crime drama, real crime, fake crime, doesn't matter. She'll watch it. So even the idea of getting rid of Netflix, she was like, no, I'm like, why? What else is left on there? She just keeps finding stuff. For me, I'm done. Watched all my car shows, shows about rap, shows about music that I like. Anything that was on TV that I hadn't watched, I already watched. I'm done. There's really nothing on Netflix left for me to watch except the Breaking Bad movie. But you got through 307.50, you got through 310, you head into 315. Bang, 315. This stock could actually now get to the last breakdown area, 309. Unbelievable. And there's your 10%. Oh, 11% now. Why does it seem like it's more than 10%? 10% on 286 is 28 points. I guess we're up 12%, yeah. And it's still going. 137.50 just broke on IBM. So now let's see if this thing makes a new range. You just have to assume IBM will be a buy tomorrow because the market never goes down. And again, assumption on the workday. Yeah, you know what? Workday never did turn into a buy. I think maybe for a moment, but still, if you were playing the ranges, you got the range from earlier held up late in the day. You got your VWAP retrace, wasn't completely disastrous. And there was a really nice trade this morning on workday on the long off that bottom print again. Funko trading in the aftermarket? What could that be about? The stock never moves. Fake print. Bullshit print, one share. 317s. Oh my God. 320s. All right. So, yeah. Now I was just looking at Netflix. Actually, I wanted to. Where was my Netflix thing? I don't think there's anything legitimate left on that site that I haven't seen that I want to watch. And I try, I'll try some new things. But now we got, because I watch documentaries, so there's so many. I'm in the middle of the Clive Davis documentary. I worked at Arista Records, so that's interesting to me. I watch all that stuff about food and how gross our food is. I watch all that stuff. I got to watch El Camino. I watched all the restoration car shows. I watched the conspiracy shows. I already saw the Untold Truth of history. I watched the 80s. I watched the 90s. I was going to watch Peaky Blinders, but their accents are too thick. It was annoying. What else was I watching? My wife's watching Unbelievable. I'm watching The Family. I mean, I guess if you just come to Netflix right now, there's a ton of content. But after a year, pretty much conquered Netflix at this point. But I guess there's a lot of people that haven't seen Breaking Bad yet. So there's 6 years worth of content for you. That's right. Nicolas Cage, every 15 days, they make a new movie with Nick Cage. Yeah, I'm Nick Cage. I need something to do. Give me something I could yell about. Give me a script. I'll just yell a couple of things and it'll be great. I'll talk really close. I'll talk really, really sincere. And then I'll yell about something. It'll be great. They should just make a movie called Nick Cage Yelling. Yeah. Sean Penn, you got your ears on? You hanging with us? Bruce Mason. SRP. What's your real name? You hanging with us? Who's hanging? 2 days to make your decision. For that guy that keeps changing his IP address to sneak in here, I appreciate how much you love me, but man, what a douche. Oh, Steve, what's up? All right, you're good for the class. I got a guy in here, keeps sneaking in. I mean, it makes me feel good that he can't live without me, but what a douche. He's got one of those IP address changing devices where you get a new IP address. Yeah. And he keeps coming in here under a different name. Because if we ban you for life. It's probably your buddy over there, Fatty's friend, Jim Lewis, whatever that guy's name is. No, it's not Ace. He's too good for us, that guy. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to IBM tomorrow. I wouldn't guarantee it, but you broke 37.50 and you came right back. This thing's already telling us that the sell-off's over. You got to wait for the conference call and the guidance and the analyst questions and all that. But you're already putting in the bottom. You're at a half number. You held. You broke. Oh, I didn't even see that print, but it looks like you spiked down to 136.67. I didn't see that. So that's your new low. I'll be looking at IBM buy, I'm sure, especially over that 138.50. That would be probably your trigger. You finally topped out a little bit on Netflix, so that's a nice, it's only 7 points. That's 7 points amongst friends. And again, these are not our typical go-to trades. And again, if a trade sets up on Netflix, we're not going to probably trade the stock or probably trade the option. Same thing with IBM. Oh, man. So if anybody's in the city, we're having a party on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, StockTwits is having a trade app launch party. $5, all you can eat, free beer, wine, sangria. Sounds like a Beefsteak Charlie's commercial. And if you know what Beefsteak Charlie's is, you're old. But if you're in Manhattan on next Wednesday, I'll be there schmoozing. And if you guys want, I could get you, there's 50,000 people on the wait list to try the app. I could expedite that by 50,000. I could get you, if you want to try it, just let me know, but you really have to, commit and, put some money in the account and give us some feedback and be a guinea pig, I have not yet put a trade on there. I haven't even dove into it, which is I'm supposed to be. I've just been, I got 700,000 things going on, but If anybody wants to really try it out. Can you load it with a CC or only a bank transfer? I think it's, you know what? I remember he told me when I do deposit money, make sure I link a bank account to it. But they probably take credit cards considering they're catering to the, smaller trader. Yeah, but I'll have all those answers. I'm gonna have Phil come on also from StockTwits. Phil Perlman, the original, one of the founding fathers of StockTwits with Howard, has now come full circle. He's working there again, and that's why I'm back involved more so than I was before. And inevitably, hopefully, they build their website to where we have these streaming chat rooms, and then we could just use StockTwits. Like, I hope that within the next year or so, that would be great. Because then we get all this stuff for free. We don't have to. We'll use their streaming capabilities. By the way, did Alcoa report? This thing's moving in the aftermarket. I haven't seen Alcoa move in a while. Huh. Remember Alcoa used to be the star of earnings season? Those were the days. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Alcoa did report. No. Yes. What do you know about that? Was that on the list? Since when does Alcoa report? I thought they were like a week later now. Did I just fail to see it? No, it's right there in my freaking face. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Dummy. Oh, we got so many other ones to talk about then. All right, maybe I should strap in and get a cup of coffee, another cup of coffee. Oh, Alcoa, baby. Through that 1 minute VWAP, gone. Oh, so I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm thinking Netflix. What the hell was I even just looking at? Alcoa, you got CSX. That's usually, we've always traded that one. That's pretty good mover. Hanging out there, a little bit up today. CSX, IBM, obviously. Remember Limelight Networks, the company that was supposed to put Akamai out of business? Didn't really work out for them, huh? And Yuri. My name is Yuri. Not buying that stock when it was at $30. Always a regret. Oh, thank you. Oh, KMI also? I don't even, wow. I guess it's my eyes. Took my glasses off. I can't see. So that's that. All right. We'll come back to these ranges. Let's see. Let's take a look. Alcoa, 2084 might have just topped out, gapped up. Revisit that one tomorrow. I mean, you could always do this later in the day. Usually I usually wait for an hour's worth of data, 4 to 5. Sometimes these companies don't report till 4:30. Sometimes they have, a meeting that doesn't start till 5:30. So you'll see a complete reversal at 6:30, 7 o'clock that you think the market's done and they're saying some shit and having an analyst call, and then the stock gives it all back. Like the Pan W. Remember I was up 25 points on that trade? I wound up making 2 points. Oh my God. That was awful. And look where Netflix is. Am I a genius or what? Starting to feel stupid about that 307.50 idea, right? Look at me. I mean, I nailed this trade. You want to know why? Because I got nothing. I got nothing on. I can't believe it's sitting here again at 307, 308. So once again, if this thing was to close right here, now it just moved up 2.5 points. Oh, now I'm back down. Let's assume 308, 309. What a trade. 285, 307.50 call spread, and then the 310, 265 short strangle. So this thing lands between 265 and 310. You won every trade. It's amazing. It's amazing. I nailed it. Now I'll take a screenshot of my trades tomorrow and I'll put them up on Facebook. I'll put them up on I'll put them up on the what's that? I'll make big bold letters about how awesome, what a trade I did. I mean, it is. I mean, that's the whole premise, right? Come up with the ideas. And now, again, this is what the other guys do. They'll claim that these trades were real. Look at all this money I made. Did you? It's insane what they do to this UVXY. Yeah. Well, Royal Mac, by the way, I thought you were somebody else. Aren't you, what's his name? Put your first initial in, or your initials, your real initials. I think I have you mistaken with somebody else. Wow. Who are you, dude? This whole time I thought you were this guy that is a member of our room. That's so weird. How can two people have, he has the same email address. That's impossible. Hello. Hello. Is everything all right? All right. I'll call you back. Okay. All right. Bye. All right. Okay, bye. No, hang on here. I got to check my email addresses. Is Royal Mac, is that like a joke that maybe I don't get, that two people would have Royal Max? What a weird coincidence. It was Royal Max as one of our members. Weird, man. So weird. Huh. All right, there's two different guys. Well, hi. Oh my God, Netflix. I'm a freaking super genius. So wait, now again, let's talk reality for a second. Let's talk reality for you guys. And well, you guys in the room know I'm the man already, but you guys on YouTube are still debating. So that was the play, right? Right? So the idea was, I gave you my ideas of what I thought would happen. Now that we're at 307.50, do I claim victory like the other guys? I mean, I don't even know how to feel about this. Like I'm a winner, but yet I'm a loser because I don't have the trade on. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I got the 285, 307.50 call spread. And I'm naked 265, 267.50 puts and 310 calls. I mean, right at this point, you couldn't have nailed this trade any better. Would have been nice if I just shorted it on that 312.50 break. But tomorrow is where it really happens. Well, the strangler you want to hold till expiration. You want them to expire worthless. And the call spread, you're kind of locked into the trade unless you know, what I used to do, we used to always backfire. I would start to sell out of the winning side of the call spread. So for instance, I'm coming in tomorrow with 285 calls that are going to be profitable. So I would start selling those, and then I'd be naked the 307.50s. And of course the stock would fucking go another 10 points, and I would wind up losing money trying to piece out of the underlying. So the call spread kind of traps you in the position. But right now, I mean, 307.50 was my target. I mean, we're at 307.50. It's amazing. So anybody want to be the guinea pig? You guys want to try Trade App? So I think you can download it, but they won't give you like access right away. You got to get on the wait list. I'm not sure if you could download it even, to be honest, but here it is. Trade App. So basically, I mean, it's really dumbed down. But the idea is that it's like a social media platform. I don't see where the social media comes in yet. Maybe once I start actively trading. But we'll learn more all about this next week. Boiler room stories. I got 1,000. I ever tell you the mushroom story? That used to be my nickname. For months and months and months, they just kept calling me a mushroom. These two guys. Hey, mushroom. Hey, mushroom. And then one guy just pulled me over to the side one day. He's like, you know why they call you mushroom, right? I'm like, no, I have no idea. He's like, because we keep feeding you shit. No, sorry, we keep feeding you shit and keep you in the dark. Think about it. It was really like that. I mean, that's why that movie was so amazing. That conversation where Ribisi had with Vin Diesel, I had that conversation. Because when I started asking questions, you had a couple of guys just say, don't ask questions. And you had the mushroom guys that kept calling me mushroom. And then you had the one guy who's like, listen, this is why they call you mushroom. Stop asking questions. It is what it is. Are you here to make money for your client or yourself? The whole thing. You know, he was another guy that was torn between knowing these stocks were never going to make anybody money and whether or not he was going to make money himself. I was right smack dab in the middle. You know, I would sell IGT and Caterpillar and what did I used to sell? Caterpillar, we used to call it the Juggernaut. And IGT was my stock because I was the one I owned. And then I quit. Well, I went to work for two other boiler rooms. And then, well, the story, I mean, it's a long story. I finally went to another place where they said they weren't going to be doing that shit and they would give us a decent commission on regular stocks. But they still wanted us to sell the house stocks and get the rips. But they were more legitimate. They were actually legitimate pseudo companies. They weren't great companies, but we were doing an IPO, and you couldn't get your client out of the IPO. You know, usually these IPOs were $4 or $5, and they would open them up at $6. That was the standard. $4 or $5 IPO, million shares in the float, totally controlled the float. We knew where every share was. That's how they could control it. It was all us. One market maker, maybe two. So whatever was happening in that stock, we had complete control out of over every share at every minute. So if you wanted to sell the high producing guys were able to sell some of their IPO, make some of their clients some money. But even them, you weren't dumping it onto the market. If you wanted to sell that IPO at $6, you had to call one of your clients to sell it to. You would just cross the book. So, if John's in it and John's been getting his ass kicked on the last 3 trades I gave him and I need to make John some money, I'd call Royal Mac and say, listen, this IPO is hot, but I can't even get you in at 5 unless you commit to buy more when it comes out that day. Chances are it's going to be like 6, maybe 6.5. Can I get you? Because I could get you in at 5 for a couple thousand, but you got to commit for 2 more thousand at least 6, maybe 6.5, possibly 7. But if we're getting you in and we're buying more, it's going to be because the stock is hot and this thing might be looking at 10, blah, 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 whatever. So you'd be getting your guy into 2,000, but the 2,000 you were selling on top of that was the other guy's 2,000 that he got that you were getting him out of. So you never actually hit the market with the shares. You just crossed the books and you would sell out of one client's account into another client's account. It's fucking criminal. So I didn't agree to the terms, and I wanted I had a guy that was really doing, I bought him IGT, I made him money. I bought him Adaptec, I made him money. We crushed it in SanDisk. And, I put him in some dog shit stocks that I thought were the less doggedy, and they still sucked. Got him into a couple of the IPOs. I was like, listen, you got to get one of my clients out of these IPO without having me have to sell to some other victim. And again, I wasn't completely convinced there was crimes going on until later when I said, listen, I'm going to tell my client to call in and request a sell. So I'm going to tell him to call over my head, and he's going to call you. He's like, well, then we're going to kick your ass. It basically told me I was going to get beat up if I told my client to call in, because I had to be the first line of defense to make sure nobody sold. That was my job. If somebody wanted to sell, I had to either sell their stock to somebody else or just convince them not to sell, unless they called and asked to speak to the manager. And then, again, they'd have to do something. But you never want to tell the client that. I would tell my clients, and at the end of the day, I was telling my clients to call the SEC. I was like, if this is a real stock, there might not be any market makers or bids or offers on it, but somehow there is a way to get out. So call the SEC, call the NASDAQ. And then once, again, and it was worse than that. I mean, there was a pyramid scheme once they had going on where we all had to join. This fucking guy, one of the managers, he was doing a phone card scam where you'd join a phone card club, right? So you'd get like $200 worth of phone cards, and apparently it was worth $1,000 of time, but you only had a select amount of time to use those phone cards. But then not only that, you had to find 2 other people to join the phone card club, and they had to buy $200 worth of phone cards. It was like a pyramid phone card scam, and I had no choice. I saw it one day. They were like, "All right, yeah, we need $200 from everybody. Here, sit through this meeting." And then we had to sit through this phone card fucking guys, and I was just like, "Really? I vote no. I don't want to have phone cards. I don't care. I just wanted to be a stockbroker. No? Can't I sell legitimate stocks and get paid? And aren't we building books here?" Now, there I am in some sort of phone card conspiracy. And the fucking cards didn't even work. 2 months later, they were all, "Oh, your card had expired, blah, blah, blah." Unbelievable. But the best was that, I told you the story 1,000 times. when we were just exhausting our clients, most of them didn't want to hear from us anymore, right? So we showed up at another firm. We took a road trip. We walked like 4 or 5 blocks down the road. We were at 2 Hanover Square. We went over to 5 Hanover Square. We walked over to 1 Battery Park. We're like, what are we doing? We're going on a hike here? All right, now just shut up and get into the office. One of the employees from the other firm would sat next to me. Hey, what's up? My name's Phil. Hey, what's up? It's Kenny. What's up? And we would just give each other our clients. No, there was no, you kept a few of your favorite guys, but generally you gave about 80% of your book to the guy. He'd call all your guys, kind of ripping into you. You'd call his guys, telling them about how he might have been a criminal and how you're the real guy. Oh my God. I mean, it was unbelievable. And again, if you're brand new to the industry, you kind of think that's okay. This is the process. This is what we do. You don't know. And once you start asking questions, that's when you start, they tell you shut up or you're a mushroom. When my eyes really got wide open was when I heard them, answering the phone in a back room as the company we were pitching. It was supposed to be some sort of Consolidated Technologies. It was some sort of conglomerate. They made, department store shit. I mean, they were into all kinds of, that's Consolidated Technology Systems Incorporated. COTG. I don't know if you could go dig it up. What do? They do everything. But COTG, one of the first stocks I ever pitched to anybody. Consolidated Technologies Incorporated Systems or something like that. I know it's COTG. And it's supposed to be some, monster corporation in Colorado, and they're answering the phones in the backyard. And my manager, and I go, what the fuck are you doing in here? Kind of shut and they slammed the door. I'm like, I was like, your Consolidated Technologies? Is like, shut up, you didn't hear that. And that was it. Shut up, you didn't hear that. Yeah, Vandalay Industries, exactly. We could have been selling Vandalay Industries for all I know. That's what was so depressing about some of the stocks that we did. We brought the Stratosphere public, baby. Our first real legitimate deal. And it still turned out to be shit. You could go and see it. There's a big tower in Vegas. We're bringing a Vegas casino public. How exciting. And it still was a shit deal that did nothing but cost everybody money. We brought a company public that they had the rights to, it was called Red Hot Concepts. They were going to bring Domino's to Europe. And I read about it. I did my own research. It seemed legit, but it turned out all the press releases were done by us. So it was all just a big scam. There was no Red Hot Concepts. There was no contract to bring Domino's Pizza to Europe. Because, I mean, how easy was that sell? Mr. Jones, listen, we got a company that's going to go public in 2 weeks. They own the rights to Domino's Pizza in Europe. You know how well Domino's Pizza is doing in the United States. This company owns the right to Domino's for all of Europe. They're coming out at $6. How many shares you want? It was the easiest sell in the world. But it wasn't real. It was fake. The contract was fake. The news releases were fake. I mean, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Red Hot Concepts, RHCS used to be the symbol. No, none of this stuff is around. You want to see something? We brought a tax preparation company public, Gilman and Ciocia, GTax. Company was a real company. I went to visit this one. Let me see, is that still around? Gilman And oh my God, look at this. You come up on, check it out. Gilman and Ciocia. We brought this company public. GTAX. Are they still out there? Can't be. Nah. Gilman and Ciocia, GTAX, right out of Poughkeepsie. Are they still around? We brought this company public. And you know what? Also, we brought public, if you could believe this, we brought Swisher public. Swisher. You ever go into a toilet? You see Swisher in the urinal? The little thing that you piss on? We brought that company public. And it still sucked. They still around? SWCH? No, now that's Switch. What's Switch? What stock is Switch? They had an office in Bensonhurst. That's the funny thing. They had an office on 86th Street, Gilman and Ciocia, tax preparation company, out of Poughkeepsie and Bensonhurst. It's funny you said that. Did you know Gilman and Ciocia? Swisher. Let me see. Swisher. We brought Swisher public. Where is this one? SWI Swisher. Swisher bathroom product. Swisher bathroom cleaning company. Swish. There they are. This is a real company. Stock went to zero. Are they even still public? Well, they don't have a investment relations department, so I guess maybe they don't have a publicly traded stock anymore. Let me see. SWIS Swisher stock. Swisher International stock, right? No, that's not the right one. That's Swisher International. That's the company. That's the Swisher Sweets. Swisher stock. Swisher. SWSH. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. And it's gone. SWSH. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. And this is a real company that's been out there, man. Right. At least they did a job, right, Steve? But yeah, IBM 137.50 is getting you where? 135. So that trade still works. I mean, that is a trade that's been working since 1990. I mean, these 2.5 point increments on a big stock, because back in the day, you didn't have weeklies, point increments. You had 137.50, 135, and then sometimes you'd go right to 130. They wouldn't even give you the middle ground. But look, 137.50 didn't hold. You went to 135. But all of this right now is setting up for a long trade on IBM. Let it get smacked. And by the way, am I a super genius or what? Didn't I say you can't be looking at IBM down 3.5%? 3.5% usually begets 5%. Now we're down 5.6%. Now this is where the buying usually starts to come around. But again, we'll wait till tomorrow. Once this presents itself, the better this. Shut up. The longer this stays below 35, the better, because then we'll have a nice solid 135 break. So you want this thing now to be below 135, and if it, between 132.50 now and 135, that's where you want this thing to live. Find the base, and once we break that 135, that'll probably be our trade for tomorrow, looking at $135 calls. All right, so that's good. That's good. Netflix, that 307.50 is huge. Look how it got to 307.50, bounced off it again for 5 points. Awesome. Ah, man. Guys, I might have to start doing cocaine. I don't think I stopped talking today yet, right? I've been on the air from 9 o'clock. It's 5. I've been talking straight. I'm going to freaking die. Oh, man. Carol, if you're out there, come back. All right, so all you guys in the room right now, I think I've told you this a million times. You got 2 more days. Commit for life. Who else talks for 9 straight hours trying to help you? And you got solid Jello. Man, if I could just get Zach to come in and help us out, man, it would be we'd have way too much content. No, I'm going out partying tomorrow. So I'll be out of here at 2 o'clock. I got to go meet with StockTwits again tomorrow. And then I am going out tomorrow night. And then Friday, I'll probably be a little groggy, but I'll be here. All right. On that note, I got to go rest. Jeez, man, I've been talking way too long. So Mike, commit, Sean Penn, Tommy, Jet Suck already paid, Charles, Chuck, Charles, all the Charleses, Chuck A, Chuck D, Chuck B, Chuck C, Bruce Mason, talking to you. Come on back. And my friends from T3, I know they ripped you off. I know you're burnt on the industry. Let me unburn you and save you. All right. I know it's difficult to want to pay for something after you've been ripped off, but spend a month and a half with me for nothing. I'll show you the way. Well, Charles, I don't know which Charles you are. After you signed up for Charles, Chuck A. I'm Little Chuck. Little Chuck, what a joke. And where's Chuck D? Chuck D. You know who I'm pissed off about? The dentist who didn't sign up. I blew his mind with like 3 or 4 trades. Thought he was going to commit. He didn't commit. And Andrew, waiting. Call me. Email me, everybody. I'll call you tomorrow. We'll have a couple of trades tomorrow. I got from 12 to about tomorrow's probably going to be a bad day, but I could talk over the weekends, man. My email address is thewarlock at hitthebid.com. And if you've never taken a gander at our website, we're getting a new password on Monday, so it's kind of pointless to give you this password, but I'll give it to you anyway. Warlock Rules with a capital W. If you want to go check it out right now and get ready for tomorrow, hitthebid.com. Hitthebid.com. Put in your email, your phone number, Warlock Rules, all one word with a capital W, and you're in. And I'll see you there in the morning. Give me your phone number. We'll talk. And everybody gets 3 or 4 weeks on me because I'm such a sweet guy. Generally, I want you to take a class, then I'll give you another month. So basically, it comes down to $350 for 2 months, a 5-hour class, and me giving you a world of knowledge. And then after 2 months, you'll realize that you can't live without me, and you'll want to stay forever. And I understand my costs might be a lot for certain people. I do a 6-month kind of plan. November 16th, we'll be doing 12 to 5. But again, I like to talk to everybody individually. It's a kind of a family thing, and that's how I've been proceeding. And that's why we have a very limited group of people, because this one-by-one thing, I like it because that's the way I roll. I'm not a clicker guy, but I think we're going to start to automate this stuff come January, come February, because I know a lot of people want to just, you want to go week to week, or not week to week, month to month, or, 3 months, 6 months. But the way I look at it, I group it all together. I base my costs on, thank you, Tom. Thanks. Tommy just signed up. All right. I base the cost on what I've seen people get over the last 10 years. And again, 12,500 is where I came from. 12,500 for a 10-day course. Guy was getting 10 guys a month. And none of those people he sold to, because I know every single one of them. None of them are in the industry anymore. None of them. Because after he got your money, yeah, you got 10 days of great information. You had me in a chat room for a couple of months. But after that, they didn't care about you. For me, it's half the cost, and I'm here every day. Marcus, my man. I'm here every day, not me. And if it's not me, it's my disciple who's taken VWAP and ran with it and created a whole new process. He codes you up. We get your charts. We'll code your charts. And now my man is so skilled at the VWAP and the charts that now he's figured out how to shove your multi-day VWAP onto different platforms. It used to be just think or swim. Now he's figured it out. And that's why he needs to get paid. So our time is what you're paying for. And you're getting a lot of time, especially on a day like this where I just can't stop talking because I got a problem. You guys are my therapy. I got to go. Run that energy. I got to go get some dinner. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys in the morning. Let's nail this IBM. Let's nail maybe not Netflix, but loving the IBM. Love to see this thing down under 135 even. That'd be great. I appreciate it, Royal Mac. And help me rebuild my reputation on YouTube. Because the one thing I would like to see is, and again, nobody is taking me up on my challenge. I know I look like a fool because I let Tony blow my account up, but all these other gurus out there, nobody responds to my emails. Nobody responds to my challenges. It doesn't even have to be real. Just put out some ideas out there. Let's see if they work. See, I did it. It was very simple. I put out an idea. You lunatics that want to trade options before they come out. Tomorrow is the real time when you make the money, after the premium comes out. All right, enough. Join up. Stay with me. Stay with me forever. And remember, if you're a member and we're still rocking and rolling, I'm going to have the sickest 50th birthday party you're ever going to see. 2 of them. Probably have one at the house, and then we'll fly out to Vegas and we'll party like rock stars. And we'll pretend we're going to the Day Traders Expo. The Day Traders Expo is usually around my birthday. So 2 years from now, 2.5 years from now. Yeah, I'm going to be 50. Whoa! Well, 2 years. All right. I got to go eat. I'm dying. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you in the morning. Thanks a lot, Solid Jello. And rock and roll. See you. I'll see you. Thanks for stopping in. You got the password Warlock Rules, capital W, all one word. You're good for 2 more days. Anybody wants to talk to me, just email me your phone number to thewarlock@hitthebid.com. And again, you're not going to learn this stuff from anywhere else than me and my guys here. Have a nice night.